Hi there, my name is Chelsea. I'm currently in Chandler, Arizona, and today I'm going to show you how I redo pieces of furniture that I find in the trash. Let's get started. So I found this coffee table in front of a dumpster at an apartment complex down the street from me. And as you can see, it's pretty damaged. The wood on top is not looking so good. It actually is not solid wood, it's a veneer. So, and I can tell by some of the damage, I can see through that it's not real wood, so I'm not going to try to sand it. I'm just going to clean it with some normal household cleaner, and then I'll be using this liquid sandpaper to get most of the top coat off as far as dirt, grease, and like finishing the glossy feel on top. So I just finished cleaning it off with just glass cleaner because I'm not trying to keep the wood nice, just to get the top layer of dust off. And now I'll be putting this canvas drop cloth down so I don't get anything on the patio. And I'll be using the gloves to protect my hands from the liquid sandpaper. All right, liquid sandpaper has been applied. It's basically just a very strong cleaner. So it's hard to see, but it's still smooth. It didn't take off as much of a layer as I was hoping, but it is not covered in dirt or dust or anything anymore, even though it does look like it. So now we are ready to kind of fill in little spots like this. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Oh, lost it. Okay, like this, where the veneer came off. There's another one right over here. And then all of the corners are pretty banged up. So I'm going to be putting this wood filler in it just to make it a little smoother before I paint it. So I'm going to let this dry after I put it on and then sand it down to be smoother. Just in case you've never used this wood putty filler, it doesn't have to be complicated. I didn't even get a spatula to use with it. I'm just going to use my finger to fill it in. You want to have enough that when it dries, you can still sand it down and it'll be flush with the rest of the wood. When it starts to dry, it will turn that light brown color, and it's only been about 2 minutes, so it dries fast. And this is the only sandpaper I could find, and I forgot it at Lowe's, so we're gonna use this finishing sandpaper that's supposed to be for a sander. 220 grit sandpaper will be used to sand down all the spots that I put wood filler on once it's all completely dry and no pink. Okay, so I have sanded down the wood filler areas now that they've been dry for a while. I have taped off the hardware that I believed would get the brunt of the paint. And now that the boring prep work is done, we get to paint. So for this piece, I chose a dark green. I'll put up the name of the paint under the video. And I'll just be using brushes and small 4-inch rollers for that. I will also link those. Hi there, it's day 2 of redoing this table. I let it dry overnight because the paint I used was oil-based, and in case you've never used paint like that, it is a lot like nail polish, as in you can't use a thin coat of it. It has to be a full brush and only a couple swipes, and then when it dries it will even out on its own. And if you try to even it out with your brush, it will make it worse. It will pick up the paint that is already starting to dry and take it along with it with the brush. So if you let it get too thin, it's a mess. So I let it dry all the way and we're back again. I just touched up the corners that needed a little bit more attention with a brush, and now that it's fully dry again, I'm putting a coat of polyurethane on it. And I'm going to be honest, I am at my mom's house and I found an old can of polyurethane in her garage. So I'm not sure if it's still good, but it's already drying evenly. It's very liquidy, so I'm using a very small amount. I will show you what is happening and get back to you on if it worked. Hi there, so I am actually refilming. I don't know if I'm going to include the last part that I already filmed in the video, but I made a major mistake. I used very old polyurethane, and I have never used polyurethane before, so I had nothing to compare it to, and it did not do its job. When I traveled with the coffee table in the back of my truck, the paint came off right away. So I went out, bought new polyurethane, and we're gonna try this again. So if I include the previous clip I made, the last polyurethane I used was a light pink color. As you can see, this is not light pink. I had no idea that's not how it's supposed to look. This is a brownish color, but it's supposed to come out clear.